back to Leira Lounge Lamos, your one-stop podcast for navigating the sometimes strange, sometimes wonderful world of air travel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the fascinating and occasionally frustrating topic of seatmates. You know the drill. You board the plane, find a seat, and settle in, only to be greeted by, well, a mystery person. Will you be sharing your armrest with a chatty Kathy who wants to tell you their life story? Or perhaps a silent stoic who disappears into a book the moment the plane takes off? Maybe, just maybe, you're scored the ultimate travel companion, a fellow adventurer with amazing stories and a contagious sense of wanderlust. The seatmate spectrum is vast, my friends, and today we're exploring its highs and lows, the awkward encounters, and the unexpected friendships that can blossom at 30,000 feet. Let's kick things off with some listener stories. We put out a call on social media and were inundated with hilarious, heartwarming, and downright bizarre seatmate encounters. One listener found himself next to a man who brought his entire knitting project on board, complete with enough yarn to rival a yarn shop. Another shared a story of striking up a conversation with a retired pilot who swapped flying tails for the entire length of the flight. So you've been dealt the chatty Kathy hand, what do? First things first, a smile and a polite greeting go a long way. If you're feeling social, ask them about the trip or where they're headed. But if you're craving some quiet time, a simple "I'm actually looking forward to catching up on some reading" can usually do the trick. Bonus points for holding up your book strategically. Of course, you might also end up with a silent stoic. Here's the beauty of that. It's your chance to embrace some peace and quiet. Put on your headphones, crack open a good book, or simply enjoy the view from the window. You don't always have to engage in conversation on a plane. Sometimes silence is golden, especially if your seatmate snores like a champion. Now let's talk about a best case scenario. The seatmate who becomes a travel buddy. These are the folks who share your love of adventure, swap travel tips, and maybe even become lifelong friends. Who knows, your next seatmate could be the person you end up backpacking across Europe with next year. So keep an open mind and don't be afraid to strike up a conversation. No matter who you end up sitting next to, a little courtesy and a sense of humor can go a long way. And hey, even the most awkward encounters can make for a good story later. Have you ever had a memorable, good or bad seatmate experience? Share your story with us by emailing us at leiraloungelamos@duck.com. This is Elenice, and keep your eyes peeled for those hidden gems. Because sometimes the best part of the flight is the person sitting next to you.